In an earlier video, we discussed that videos, when they're uploaded, can be organized and their access can be controlled if you utilize things like groups and channels. Let's start by looking at groups. If I go up to on the home page, up to the navigation bar and click My Content, I can then choose Groups, and I'll be then focusing on the groups that I currently have in Stream. And when I look at the groups I have, and there's 4 of them here, I can see that these 2 are private groups, and they're Office 365 groups as well. Whereas these 2, this one here, sorry, is a public group, and in fact these 3 are private groups, and they're also Office 365 groups. So we've got 3 private groups and 1 public group. Now the idea with the public group is that the characteristics of a public group are that anyone in your organization can join without being approved by the group owner, and everyone in the organization is able to see the videos and the channels within these public groups. But the deal with the private groups is that an owner of the group is able to add and approve members of this private group, and only group members are able to see the videos and the channels within these private groups. So groups are actually really important. In fact, when I click this button, which I would do if I was to create a group, when we create a group, it's here that you're able to control the access. And even if I rest on this little button, actually doesn't tell me anything. So I can either create a private group where only the members can see the channels and the videos, or I can create a public group, which means that everybody in the organization is able to see the videos and the channels within that group. Also, whenever you create a group, private or public, you can decide whether you're going to allow members to contribute to that particular group. If I was to turn this off, it means that only the owner can contribute to that group, and all the members can simply view the videos. And so this is something you can turn on and off as well. And it's also here that I can actually see who the owner is of that particular group, which is showing as me. So that's the deal with groups. But then we've got the concept of channels. If I go back to my content, I can narrow my viewing down to channels. If I click on channels, I can see I've got 5 channels. And these 2 particular channels here I'm currently following, and these 3 I'm not following. Here is the name of the channel. These 2 do not have a description, but these 3 actually have a description about what that channel is designed for. Also, I can see here, this number 2, how many videos are currently in those channels. And I can also see how many people are members of that particular channel. If I wanted to create a channel, I could click this button here. And then I've got 2 options here. I can have a company-wide channel, which is great if you want to make it available to everybody in the company. So company-wide channels can be seen by everyone within that company. Everyone within that company can add videos or remove videos also. But only the creator of the channel, that is the stream admin, can edit the channel. And only videos that have allow everyone in the company to view this video checked can be added to the company-wide channels. So this is company-wide, whereas a group channel then basically inherits the permissions from that group. And so all the contributors to a group can create channels and videos to them. They can remove videos and they can edit. So this comes down to the members of that particular group. So I'm just going to go cancel here. So from the navigation bar and from my content, we can hone into our groups and we can hone into our channels. We can also see what channels we're following, and we can also see what videos we've got on our watch list. And those are videos that we have particular interest in, particularly if we don't have time to watch them right now. I add them to my watch list so I can watch them later. But let's go back to groups and let's actually create a group with this button here. When I click Create Group, I'm then expected to give that group a name. So I'm just going to type a name in here, Acme Educators. And here's the group's email alias. I can then give it a description. And I can decide if it's a private group or a public group. And I'm just going to allow members to contribute. I might make some other group members add them to this list. So I'm just going to type and choose this person here. And so this person, I'm also going to make an owner. So what I've done there is I've created a group called Acme Educators, which will have an email address, acmeeducators at, and whatever the domain is, in my case, softwaresolutions.co.nz. So you'll be able to email that group. There's the description there. It's a public group and everybody can contribute. And I've actually added another person so that this group's got two owners. So if I'm not available, this person can help out. In fact, I might add a third owner, this person here. And so there are three owners to this particular group. And I'll click create. I can then see an extra group in my collection of groups. I can see it's an Office 365 group. It's a public group. Here's the description here. It currently has no followers and 0 videos in it. If I wanted to edit this particular group, I would click this option here and choose edit, and I'd be returned to here where I could make changes. If I then cancel that, if I wanted to delete this group, I would simply click this option here and hit delete. And if I was to delete this group, it would delete the group from Office 365, including the group email, the group calendar, any conversations in Yammer, and even if there was a site in SharePoint, that would be deleted as well. So be careful when you delete a group.